Tadpole, stop!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Another fight. Let's go. No time for pain. Fading fast. I need healing.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Time to push my luck again. Curse to put my hands on everything. Time to press ahead. Got to focus.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Another step forward. Need to act fast. Take you. And this will help, please.
Your stomach drops. Your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter. prevent the absolute. All who carry sort of with her together, will you liberate them from their power? But
You're under attack. Help me. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
My faith will protect me. So much for peace. Blood follows me everywhere. Ready. Unleash me.
That orb's going to blow, and soon.
I'm under attack. not over. Come to the skull.
You will be cleansed. Try me.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. Let's see what we have here.
Survival is all that matters. You picked the wrong fight.
Fresh orders? Too easy.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
We are rested enough.
I need you, now.
Trust no one.
Can't give up now. Never wanted the easy path.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
A mind flare? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You do not understand. He will attack anyone that reeks of Illithid. That includes you. And you will not even be able to defend yourself. If you kill him, the Absolute will enthrall you. I am not your enemy. You saved a child from a viper. Back in the truth, you saved the Asuma, not you let me live. You're now. Help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is
You must be. But
nothing in your colourful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight.
For my prince's honor!
Enemy, look at the idea.
Death won't take me yet. I need healing.
Stop! I'm the one keeping you alive.
You can't die! Get up, damn you!
Destroy the honor. What are you doing? Help me!
Resound like a death knell in your mind, tolling for the end of all hopes of survival and freedom. With startling clarity, you realize the Mind Flayer was telling the truth. If it dies, so do you.
You have failed us all.
Stomach drops, your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter.
If you
Nothing is the horror.
happy, now, together.
I won't give in. What path lies before me?
Destroy the honor guard.
Time to deal some punishment.
My princess!
Easy these days.
go.
Never a dull moment. Breathing fast. I must heal.
Control over the Githyanki prince. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Blackith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more Illithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elden Rain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. Seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, but we mustn't. You heard that we mustn't. The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It
It has been starved. If you let it, it will evolve you. Just as the Emperor said. A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness.
You are not ready yet. It has enough vitality to further your evolution and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Stop me yet. And death's close at hand.
Well, hello.
If it is for the best.
Never a dull moment.
You need my expertise.
Still breathing, despite everything. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
The orb hums with cerebral magic. Permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away. The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Need to find a way forward. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Consider using the
What's in here?
whatever it takes. Better get to it. Onward. Ever onward.
Let's move. Open up.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Can't slow down.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my turn. We should do what...
have some listen.
More than a handful, less than a bone.
How many
Let's have a look.
cats are in a handful?
Enough to clean Crimson's cage, but not enough. Madam Lucretius.
Sir, precisely how many red cats are missing? Realize the red cats have escaped.
That's curious.
In the red cat's cage.
We had an unfortunate incident involving a child's
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. But, I don't know where to go.
Good. That'll make getting lost even easier. Honestly, kids these days.
That's the first thing I did. Mum always said to look for a temple if I needed help. But they said they couldn't help me. Because of the circumstances. That's what they said.
Nearly there now. You see the
Want to
city?
have a word?
Up on the hill.
I do not understand why the matrons, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. I am suggesting they be fed and sheltered, and that they work in return. Call it whatever you wish. Perhaps you think it would be better for them to starve or be slaughtered here, while the citizens hide behind their walls.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
Nothing to do.
One foot in front of the
You're
other.
going to hire all the
Seeing that for
refugees.
days.
Just
My
like that.
feet hurt.
Really need you all to leave right this instant.
Cozy bit somewhere else to go, you heartless sod.
My problem now, is it?
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement? My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something.
What do you mean by that?
Shh, sweetheart. Adults are talking. This is guild business, and we'll handle it as soon as we get paid.
Enough of this bickering! You! What's your proposal? Agreement? Why should I negotiate with the vermin who've stolen my house? I've got nothing to say to them. You want the flaming fist poking around my business, my property? Gods. Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
Is the little dog trying to intimidate us? If it continues to bark, I will snap its neck.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Just a little something. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. Smart decision, sweetheart. Well, boys, we did what we were paid for. Let's leave this lot to their misery.
Construction, the facilities are excellent. What do you get out of this? One of our red caps cleaners alerted me. The right thing to do, isn't it? He threw a rocket at me and said, "The chance to make some coin." I got his knee.
Then it was still without more. At least here we stand a chance.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
Let's see.
Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
Wish I had a bag of holding. That might be worth a look. Wonder what's past this.
To threaten the children. Think of
She'll be all right.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Best avoid that trap.
Be wary. This place is trapped. Trap. Be cautious. Step carefully. There's a trap. Be cautious. Watch how you go. There's a trap. I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight. Watch how you go. There's a trap. Looking ahead. Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity is compromised.
Wyrms Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Not quite. Above all else, protecting our base of operations in Baldur's Gate was the reason I had to surrender my memories to begin with. Or at least, that's what I was led to believe. We should look for someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll have little recourse but to wander the whole city searching. I know what you mean. And under different circumstances, I'd like that too. But first things first, I'm afraid. Wyrms Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Light on my feet. Better not be cursed. by with my little lie.
At least here
Nothing
we
of
stand a
note,
chance.
really.
Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. We're much more interested in the beds and the pantry. But I'll make sure Cinta knows the basement's off limits. At least we'll have some peace now.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Right tool will do the trick.
She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave.
What's inside?
At least we'll have some peace now.
Army marching towards the city.
Better to be within its walls.
Never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception.
The investment to get me
Unless you stop
started.
sulking and stuff.
Business. Cheap and cheerful. Refugees.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. For now, but I can't let you pass. We might have repelled an advance party, but they'll strike again.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just...
A long way to go still.
What now? Let's see. Fine.
That's why we need...
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
Let's move. Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
If I was a Sharon, whatever it is doesn't bode well. That's curious.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Let's see what this does. Breathe deep and move.
That's curious.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
Donations? Back again, are you? If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Well, if you must, I suppose it saves me the walk. But if you're gonna do it, hurry up.
This place is dangerous.
She hoping a bit more.
Can you please give me a hug? Bet your arms would be so snug.
Who's that rummaging around in there? Show yourself! You have 2 seconds to explain yourself before you're under arrest. What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up, I don't want to think about it. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives? All right, I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try and find whoever is responsible for this. Who would do such a thing?
I have something to ask.
Suppose the Manip had the right idea letting you poke around. Good job finding those explosives.
Double the patrols. We're dealing with a maniac here.
Gods, any one of us could have been blown to smithereens.
Attention, fists. Listen up.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
I wish the cult hadn't burnt our farm, though. At least we got Biscotti out of that burning barn. I apologise for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
The excess of refugees outside the city walls could easily become a surplus of laborers.
Careful, Minthara. As a...
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy. Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they let animals in the camp. Means Biscotti can be kept away from that awful war.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength.
We're farmers, Chris. What are we going to do in the city?
Heads will roll for this transgression, this injustice. Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
Christine is pretty, son. But can't she help out a bit more?
Or even at all?
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me. Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother.
What do you make of these protesters?
Really? Then we have nothing to say to each other.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
Bex died. Bex is dead. I'm alive, but for what? I'm no one without Bex.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Of course not. But most folk appreciate a kind word these days. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and well, folk aren't feeling too generous. The way things are going, it might well come to that. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. What peace! If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? Tell them! I'll cut out their eyes and make them watch!
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe and then found out I'm last in line to get in, 'cause I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
whole crunch a lot, Neil.
I guess we could call our life.
Not leaving you here. If won't get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pint of... If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
Back off! I found these apples first.
We got here first.
The state of this car. What were
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair share.
That's curious.
What if this is it for our people? What if this is the end?
What will we do? Then we should end it on our terms, not hiding in fear.
Left.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
I'll destroy every last bloodsucker. I swear
There'll always be more. They spread like locusts.
We let emotion cloud our judgment. Rechtei hathran rust. Frey.
You've clearly walked into some kind of ceremony, but it's nothing that you recognize. You do recognize the language, however. These people are Gur, a tribe of monster hunters, just like the one you met in the Hag's Swamp.
Im Orak. So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
Free. Not while his master still lives. But he has, perhaps, earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr'Zar's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself.
He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
Sharpers must be exterminated. Nothing less will do.
And if I need to be wiped out, exterminated to them if we attack. Nothing less will do.
I share your fear, but we cannot build plans. We will have to act.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? Well, of course I've thought about it. If I completed the ritual instead of Cazador, I'd get all that power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting. We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it. That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. It isn't about the pain, it's about being beholden to the tadpole's influence. If we master the tadpoles, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an Elithid and its Githyanki slave. I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks, really. Wouldn't that be a crime? I'm really not sure.
As you pick apart his mind, you discover his worst memory, that which brings him the purest terror. Complete solitude after being disobedient, sealed, buried alive, voiceless. Will this be forever? A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
Damn you. All right. I'll do it.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve. What are you?
The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
I suppose, if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
Someone there?
Emotion cloud our judgment, and it almost doomed us.
What to do?
And that to marshal all their strength against us. I do not like our chance.
I think it's been freshened enough times as it is. I can feel my
Very well.
face going flush.
And here was me, thinking you were blushing with happiness to be here with me. Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
help you. This is a private picnic.
Time for some bloody...
Probably some cargo joint in need of a little break.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power. Just like you did before.
Come no closer, you. You. What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry. My vessel. He fought the transformation. He found it excoriating. I can still taste his terror. It is delicious, but will not sustain me. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength. I shall be here, waiting for your return.
Curtail your sympathy. We wish to destroy the Elder Brain, not nourish its thoughts.
You have returned. With a meal, I hope.
Don't touch me. Very well, then.
Stamping us into the dirt.
Such a scaredy cat. What do you remember? Army will be here any day now. Anything.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint.
I'll get the peace of my mind. Soon.
The giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
In a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel...
You have returned with a meal, I hope. I sense you are underdeveloped. Bring me a brain and I will help you augment yourself. Be swift, kin. I need your aid.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Absorb its potential if you consume it.
Is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
It's a racket, is what
There's
it
no
is.
point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without those papers.
Invented fear!